All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, ASAP fam and Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome to another episode of Red Kingdom. Sadly, it is not Victory Tuesday.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's another Let's Be Honest Tuesday. These are not as fun as the Victory Tuesdays are. But there's still a lot to say. The Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Las Vegas Raiders yesterday on Christmas Day, 20-14. About to say Chiefs quarterback. Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell only threw for 62 passing yards.
Greg, my bad. How many passing yards is that?
62.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He threw for 62 passing yards. His QBR, which is a rating from 1 to 100, 1 being the lowest, 100 being the best. His Aiden O'Connell's QBR was 12. And the Raiders still won the football game. The Raiders only scored 6 points on offense. And the Chiefs gave the Raiders 14.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. The Chiefs were in a giving mood, but could not score themselves. Pacheco his helmet wouldn't stay on. It's just not his fault. That's the equipment manager's fault on that. Ends up getting a concussion. And then when he's trying to get evaluated for his concussion, the table falls in. Travis Kelce was throwing helmets because he's mad because he's not looking good in front of his girl. It was just an all-around bad day.
On Christmas.
On Christmas. Of all days. Bad.
Man.
Just bad. Merry Christmas to you too, Kayla. I'm sorry you had to watch that.
We are very sorry you had to see that yesterday. I don't know who they were, but yeah.
That was awful. And so now, just to put it all in a bow here, it's very simple now for the Kansas City Chiefs. If they lose their last 2 games and the Raiders win their last 2 games, the Raiders win the AFC West. And the Chiefs are probably at home after starting the season 6-1. The offense cannot do anything. We saw let me correct it. Valdez Scanlon did not line up offside. He started before the ball was snapped, so it was offside for that. He didn't line up offside. There's still we had the false starts, drop passes. The offensive line couldn't block nobody. It looked like Super Bowl 55.
All right, great. Don't forget the 12 men on the field. We can't count either.
Oh yeah, 12. We had 12 men. That's right.
We can't count either.
Yeah, can't count. Plays not coming in on time to the point where Patrick, you could see him saying, "Get the effing play in. Let's go," and we still couldn't do that. Butker missed the field goal. Everything went wrong that could go wrong, basically. So Cam, let's start off with this. All right, have the Chiefs officially now hit rock bottom?
You guessed it. Yes, we're there. Wherever rock bottom is, we are like now sitting in that spot. The Chiefs are now, the Kansas City Chiefs are now a shell of themselves. Just being honest, that's just how I feel. I don't know who this offense is, but I don't recognize them. I don't like them. I want to say this, Greg, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, you count your days. They're making jokes about people being offsides. I like you, Jim Nantz. I don't know why you joined in Tony Romo, but that don't do that again. Please don't do that again. But no, Greg, this team is not it, man. 2023 Chiefs. I hope we put them in the record books. I hope we forget about them because it's not a Super Bowl team at all. It's actually like we're going backwards. Like these miscues are like you deal with that in preseason or in training camp. Not knowing the plays, getting the plays in, 12 men on the field. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, do we want to go to the playoffs? Do we want to go to the Super Bowl? It just seems like the team is just finding new ways not to win. Like, we want to be offsides? Oh, never mind. Let's just line up a certain way or let's just do things that we know we're not supposed to do. So for me, I'm very disappointed in this Kansas City Chiefs team. I was very excited to get back to the Super Bowl, but looks as of yesterday, we will be all at home enjoying the festivities in Las Vegas this year.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Tony Romo, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift are not married. That was the only time I did laugh the whole game. The things that happened yesterday are the same things that have happened all through the season, even in the wins. These things still happen. And every game, even yesterday, Andy Reid will come out in his press conference and he will say, yep, there are some things that we need to clean up. After a while, when you've said that the whole season and it's still happening,
it's getting worse.
And it's getting worse. There's nothing to clean up. This is what it is. This is what it is. And this team, I was trying to figure out because I always compare what the era we're in now to when the Patriots were running things. I compare this season to that 2009 Patriot team.
Okay.
Those that watch football, they know what I'm talking about on this one here. that 2009 Patriot team, it was a lot of times Bill Belichick would come out there and say, we got out-coached, we got outplayed, we got out-coached, we got outplayed. And it was a lot of times he said that. When they got the playoff time in the first round against Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, they got up out of there.
Hey, took them up out of there, didn't it?
Out of there quickly. The game was not close. One of the few blowouts that Tom Brady had in his tenure in a playoff game. So it reminds me of that team where it's like, yeah, they're the Patriots, but no, not this year. And so this is the same way with the Chiefs this year. It's like, yes, the Chiefs was not this year. No, like it's I never thought that a Patrick Mahomes led team would not only just only score 14 points, but to where their defense plays so well, the other quarterback only had 62 passing yards, and their QBR is 12, and they'll still lose the football game.
Yeah, man. It's hey, Greg. I like the analogy you did with that. I kind of want to give you another one. So we both 90s kids. You remember the Mike Tyson era, right? You get in there, knocking people out, 90 seconds, they out of there. That's how the Chiefs was the last 2 or 3 years. The people are like, oh my God, these are the Kansas City Chiefs. We're gonna punch you right in the mouth. We're gonna blow you out. We're gonna go home. Now, once Mike Tyson got knocked out, people don't fear him no more. That's how I feel about the Chiefs. People like, it's the Chiefs. And then when they get in the games with it, they like, this the Chiefs that I'm talking about. Like, man, we having a good time against them. And it's just, you've seen that decline, and I'm starting to see the decline of the Chiefs. And it's like, why? Like, we got the same core. Like, what is it that's making us look so bad in this rapid time frame? Like, we got to figure out something, and it's not going to be this year. This year, for me, is already done. Like, if we make it, great. If we don't, we need to automatically get to the drawing board and see what we need to do, because it's terrible, man.
Yep.
It is terrible.
Yep. It's definitely gotten worse. Even getting the play in. So, and this is how it's been all season long. I don't know why it's so difficult now. Andy calls the play into Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy then calls that same play into Patrick Mahomes. That is how it's been all season. Now it's like they can't even get that part right sometimes, because it was a few times they broke the huddle and the play clock is at 12. And I'm like, well, you don't have time to audible because you're breaking the huddle at 12. So whatever the play is, whatever defense the defense is in, you just have to run the play. Or you have to waste a timeout, which they did on one of the drives. And it's like, you don't have to waste a timeout if you get the play in faster. So if you do need to change the play or do some shifts in motion, you have enough time to do that.
Right. And that's true. That's definitely true. I give you that.
And they can't even get that right. And I'm like, well, and we all knew the kind of coach that Matt Nagy was when he came in. Matt Nagy is not an EB where he's a fierce, like in your face type dude. He's not that. He's more of a, hey, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, it's a lot of that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's like a Jason Garrett type. It's like, hey, come on, man. Yeah, you can do it. Like,
for those who watch it, that's not a good comparison.
But that's who he That's who he is. So we all knew that when he came. So ask him to all of a sudden be different now and be fierce in their face, cuss them out, and do something. It's like that's not in him. He can't do that.
I mean, but I'm not even asking that. Just have a backbone. Like, just stand on what you. If you know that this is a bad play call, but Pat is saying that it is, and you feel as the coach that it's not, speak up. Like, I'm not asking you to be any person that you're not, but you are the coach. If they don't respect you in that manner, it's your job to earn their respect, and then they need to get on board with your program is. So I'm not asking him to change his whole personality. I'm just asking you to have a backbone, and if this is your way of having a backbone, we're not going to have success. Like it's real simple.
Yeah, true. Having a backbone. I mean, that would probably help, but the talent that they don't have. And there's nobody to blame it on. The people we've been blaming it on for most of the season. Tony didn't play yesterday. Sky Moore didn't play yesterday. Can't blame them. Yeah. And we'll get to the comments here in just a second, but I want to say this. Patrick Mahomes has reached a point now where he does not trust his wide receivers to a point where he will rather take a sack or throw a pick than to throw to somebody that's wide open for them to drop it. That is where Patrick Mahomes is right now.
And gave my boy PTSD out there, man.
Yeah. And he was running around yesterday because his offensive line, that was the worst game the offensive line played all season.
Oh, I would take all of those golf carts back. Every last one of them.
Oh, yeah. Take them back.
Those are, no.
Take them back.
No. You can't even protect me. Like, yeah, he should, Boots should be on those golf carts today.
Yep. Yeah, they don't get to ride none of the golf carts because especially the tackles, because Wanya Morris, that was pretty bad. Taylor, it was an okay game, but there's a lot of times Patrick Mahomes didn't have, it was somebody in his face constantly. And it wasn't like the Raiders were blitzing. These weren't blitzes.
That's why it was bad. They wasn't even blitzing. Like, I was like,
it was 4-man rush. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, flushes that we're getting to him. I mean, it's getting bad for the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, it's there. I don't think we gotta say.
Yeah.
We gotta say it's not getting. It is. It's bad is right here. Like, we're staring bad in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime you're a quarterback,
a
wide receiver, or getting into it, it's bad, bro. When I seen the helmet fly, I said, "Oh yeah, we're done."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was one of those days, not just because Butker missed, he missed his field goal, but it's not your day when like tables start folding in and Kelsey's throwing his helmet to the crowd. It was just one of those days where nothing went right. And Kayla, you made a good point. Kelsey did have, I counted 3 drops. Now, if I'm giving him one more than he should have, then I'll take that one back. But I'm pretty sure it was 3 of them.
But that's his personality. When he gets mad, he throws stuff. He has, but can't throw a helmet, man. Come on, man. That's a weapon. If they hit somebody, that's not a good look on national TV. Like, why are you throwing your helmet? I get it. You get mad, knock something off. I get it. Your helmet? This ain't a tablet. It's your helmet. So yeah, he gotta chill out with the rage. I call it rage. He wasn't even angry. That was rage to me. So
yeah. Andy had a talk with him after that. I get the frustration on the offensive side. They're used to scoring 30-plus points a game, and it's not happening. The defense probably feels like, hey, we're doing everything, and yet we're still losing. So now you got to hope that the locker room can stay pat to where it's not offense versus defense.
Yeah. That's what I would have done. If anybody should be mad, it should be the defense. Like, whoever should be throwing tablets and helmets should be the defense. Like, hey, man, I don't care how Patrick Mahomes or not. Like, you need to do something because, hey, we out there fighting every week for our lives, and y'all just acting like everything is okay, and it's not. So if anybody should be mad, it should be Chris Jones, Reed, McDuffie. Them the people that you should see angry every game, but it's not because they're doing their job. They're finding ways to win, even when they give up, miscues or touchdowns. They still are staying in it. So I don't know what the defense took this year, but I think the offense need to go ahead and get some of that next year because that defense, they was cohesive this year. I love it.
Yes.
Because we're not getting blown out at all.
Yeah. And the frustrating part about this season is we always said, man, if Patrick Mahomes ever get a top 10 defense, boy, that's an automatic Super Bowl. And this year he had the top 10 defense.
Offenses and
oh, snap. Yeah. Oh. The offense is not. And it's a waste. It was a waste of a season of having the best defense that he's had, and we can't do nothing with it.
Because what are you gonna do? Do you keep Chris Jones because he's on a 1-year deal? So what do you do with that? If he goes, it's a lot of Veach. You got a lot of stuff to get ready for this offseason, man, because it's gonna be a rocky one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Chris Jones is on a 1-year deal. Snead is gonna his deal is up after this season. So they're gonna figure those 2 contracts out.
ASAP. You need to figure them out ASAP. Don't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, don't wait. Don't wait. And then the other thing is with the wideouts, if Brett Veach is going to do a full overhaul like he did for the offensive line after losing Super Bowl 55, that's going to take most of your money. So if he is going to get a Diggs or a T. Higgins, that's where most of that money is going. So if you get those guys, that's good. Okay, we get a Mike Evans, we get a T. Higgins. If we do that, You might have to let go of Chris Jones or Snead, or it may get to a situation where you can only have one out of the two. So
what do you pick with those two? Because they're both very important pieces.
Yep, they are. But if it was me, honestly,
I know
if
which
we're
one
picking
you
between the two, I would pick Snead.
I know you would.
Yeah, I would pick Snead because he's gonna be one of my shutdown corners. So, okay, you take whoever. I don't have to worry about him.
Over Chris
And
Jones.
those are the type of corners you need. Yeah.
Over Chris Jones? You serious?
Yeah, Chris Jones might only have maybe 2-3 good years left.
I mean, yeah. That's
I mean, that'll be enough to win. You know, you can win another one with that, yeah, but I'd rather have my corners are good corners are so hard to find.
Yeah. I guess it's all about how you trying to build your team.
Yeah, good corners are hard to find. Now, if the NFL was like it was back in the day and it was more running and all of that, then I'll say, all right, let's keep Chris Jones. We'll just find somebody else for, need. But because the NFL is such an offensive league, you need a corner that's going to be as good as he's been this season. So we'll see what happens during the off season on that, but yeah, it was a bad day, Jay. They didn't play 3 straight quarters without completing a pass.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive for them.
So after the first quarter, he didn't complete no more passes, and he still won.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your offense can't do nothing
at all.
It took a trick play for them to score the first touchdown. Then they tried another trick play down on their own end, and they messed that up. The Raiders got a touchdown off of it, which I didn't understand the trick play anyway. Why are we handing the ball off to Mahomes for him to run a sweep or whatever was going to happen with it? That doesn't make sense. But
nothing made sense yesterday.
Huh?
Nothing made sense yesterday. Nothing. I don't understand nothing from yesterday. Like 20 years from now, we should get a 30 for 30. Like, yeah, we actually threw that game. Like something has to come from that because I just didn't understand what happened. Like it's like man. 15 years from now, I need a 30 for 30 saying what happened on Christmas Day in Kansas City. Because yesterday was bad, man. We looked bad from every standpoint.
Yeah. It was bad. The other losses this season, so the reason why this loss hit different. All right. Lose to the Eagles. Valdez-Scantling dropped the game-winning touchdown. Okay. Lost because person dropped the game-winning touchdown. Okay. Lost to the Bills. Tony was lined up offside. Okay. He was dumb. He lined up outside. Okay. The Packers game, yeah, that was pass interference. They didn't call it. Okay. Like, those are losses. You're mad, but you're still like, if the Chiefs take away one turnover or they catch the ball, they win the game. So they're
catch the ball.
Yeah, if they catch the ball, like, it's kind of close. Yeah, like, like, that's how the season has been. It's like, well, they would have caught it, they would have won. All right, they catch the ball against the Lions, they would have won. Like, okay, you can find some sort of positive somewhere. It's like, okay, well, we just fixed this and, it's fine. Yesterday was the loss where it's like, there is no bright spot.
Well, no, take that back, Greg. That's the game. If Antonio Pierce gets hired, that's why they hired him. So we actually helped someone get a job. But that's the only bright thing about yesterday. Because it wasn't no bright thing for the Chiefs. So, yeah. I could have said no injuries, but Pacheco got, concussion protocol. So it's no bright stuff. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't go to the game because I was going to go. I'm glad I didn't go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people that was mad that they went. Yeah. Yeah. It's just one. So, okay. So here's another question. Is this Andy Reid's worst coaching job as a Chief?
I want to say under the Mahomes era, yes, but I don't think it's his worst as a Chief ever. Because you got to think, we've had some terrible losses or big losses, I should say, because I can go to Tennessee with Mariota when he threw the ball to himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trust me, it's plenty of them under Andy Reid, but I'm going to say under the Mahomes era, it's the worst to me.
Yeah. Since Patrick's been here, I think this is the worst season because I feel like Andy hasn't done well as far as getting the most out of what he has. You don't really have the talent with your wideouts, but they could still at least be average. And they're not even average at this point. That's what makes it so sad. It's like we've had a whole season to get this right, and they're still at the same level that they were at the beginning of the season. Except for Rice. Rice has gotten better as the season has gone on.
He's a rookie also, so
Yeah. Yeah, he's a rookie. So
a rookie, man. Like,
it's looking like a one and done team right now.
I would agree.
Yeah, unless something magical happens. Like,
nah.
We got
Cincinnati next, and then
Chargers. And the Chargers almost beat Buffalo the other day.
I know. And I was like, okay, we can cruise after the Raiders. We can cruise, be cool. No, Cincinnati. I know they got beat, Christmas Eve, or was that Saturday? Yeah, no, that was Saturday.
Yeah.
But Browning's still been playing.
Yeah, that was the Saturday game. Yeah.
Yeah, Browning. They back up, still been playing good. They still got they still are who they are. So I don't know. And the Chargers they in our division, so those games are tough. So I don't know, Greg. It can get very real very fast. So,
it can, yes, it can get bad. We're to the point now where if you couldn't beat Aiden O'Connell, who only threw 62 passing yards, who can you beat? Like it's gotten that bad.
Oh snap!
Like, who can you beat?
Oh, if Stick beat us from the Chargers, I am done. Like if Stick, he has a created player name. If he beats us, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be past pissed. If the Chargers beat us, I'll be so mad, Greg. I don't know what to do.
So they might as well. You know what? If that happens, and Buffalo somehow they lose to the Dolphins and they don't make it in, the Chiefs should give Buffalo their spots. Go.
Just give this the first time. Hey, we're gonna just give our seating.
We're not gonna do nothing. Just give it. Yeah, give it to them. You know what? This is not our season. Y'all.
Nobody wants to see us in the play. Like I don't want that embarrassment, Greg. I just don't. Like I can't live that. Like we go to the playoffs and get blown out. Like this is bad. Like, so yeah. We got 2 weeks though. We got 2 weeks to literally a week, and then we got about 2 full weeks to get it together.
Yeah. Two left. It's really I want to see how the Chiefs bounce back now against the Bengals on a short week. I want to see how well we play in this game. I want to see some fight. I want to see some energy. I want them to I want them to play like they care.
No helmets thrown, though, I'm sure.
Yeah. No helmets thrown. Yeah. We don't have to do all of that, but show me that you care. Show me that you want to make a late season run. Because right now the AFC is Baltimore is up here, and then there's everybody else. That's what the AFC is as of right now. Miami, yes, they beat Dallas, but that's Dallas, so it's like a half a win. But the only way the Chiefs can realistically make a run. Now, I will say this: so if Miami loses their last 2 games, which is possible only because they play Baltimore and they play Buffalo.
Yeah.
All right. They lose those 2 games. The Chiefs win their last 2 games. Okay, we get the 2 seed. Hope that the 7 seed is still the Colts, and see what happens. Like that's the only way I can see any type of run is the Chiefs getting the 2 seed.
That's a tall task, Greg. It's a tall task.
Yeah. Yep, it is. It is. Good.
And it's not even for the other people that you say, it's for us. Can we win 2 games in a row to go into the playoff? That's why it feels impossible. I feel like we'll split. We'll either beat Cincinnati and then lose to the Chargers or lose to the Chargers and then beat Cincinnati. Like that. I mean, the Chargers. So it's kind of like what I'm feeling. Like I don't think right now we can win both games back to back. That's just my feeling.
Yeah.
So prove me wrong, Chiefs.
We haven't. Yeah. Yeah, and we haven't put together a 3-game win streak since the beginning of the season. So, in order to get to the Super Bowl, the Chiefs are going to have to win. Well, you got to win one of these last two, and then you got to win 3 straight playoff games.
Okay.
Like, and the way the AFC looks, who's to say the Chiefs could lose to Joe Flacco and Cleveland? They sure could. If they were having a hard time against the Raiders defense, I sure don't want to see them against the Cleveland
Throw
defense.
the whole team away if we lose to Joe Flacco and the Throw the whole team away. This man was on his couch last year. Yeah, Greg, don't do that to me, man. And to the Browns. Yeah.
And it wouldn't be because of Joe Flacco. It's because we only score 6 points and you lose the game 14-6.
I don't want his name attached to the win. I don't want it to be attached. I just don't, man. I can't see us going out like that. But it's possible.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, it's possible. Joe Flacco is the same quarterback that beat Tom Brady in his house 2 times during the playoffs. So he's known to, and he knocked off Peyton before too. So he has done this before.
That's about what 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. Yep.
Yeah, he was on his couch last 2 or 3 years, man. I just that don't sit with me. I'm sorry. He is Joe Flacco. He has been playing good though. I'd rather him than Tony Romo try to get out there and do something. So, do you think, Joe?
Oh, man. All right, let's get to these standings here, everyone. The AFC West standings, as it is right now, the Chiefs are still at 1 at 9-6. All the Chiefs have to do is either win on Sunday or win next week against the Chargers. The week following against the Chargers, and they'll win the AFC West for the 8th straight year. If the Chiefs somehow lose their last 2 games, and the Raiders win their last 2 games, the Las Vegas Raiders will win the AFC West.
Nah. That's crazy.
What a sad day that would be if that did happen.
Sad.
Boy.
We got to at least win the AFC champion. We at least got to win the division, like to save face. We at least have to win it. At least have to win.
Oh yeah, at least. If we don't do nothing else, we don't do nothing else. At least let us get some AFC West championship shirts.
Yeah, that's the least you can do for us, Kansas City. We've been there through, thick and thin. So
that's right. Denver lost to Bill Belichick and Bailey Zappi over the weekend.
Appreciate that.
26-23. Denver's all but done unless everybody keeps losing the AFC like they did over the weekend. So Denver is still breathing slightly. Chargers played a great game against the Buffalo Bills and came up short.
That was a
They're
good
now
one. Oh, that was a good game.
5-2. They did. The Chargers played for their new interim coach. Played very well. Buffalo just made one more play than they did, and so they ended up losing that game. At 5-10, the Chargers are officially eliminated from playoff contention. So that is the AFC West. Now the AFC as a whole. The Baltimore Ravens put the smackdown on the San Francisco 49ers last night.
In good fashion. Yeah.
To improve their record to 12-3. Sorry, that's the wrong graphic there. To improve their record to 12-3. The Dolphins beat the Dallas Cowboys with a last-second field goal. Improved their record to 11-4. They are still the 2. The Ravens and Dolphins do play each other on Sunday in Miami.
Let's go.
That's going to be a very good game. The Chiefs are still at 3, even with the loss at 9-6. The Jags don't know what's going on there, but they keep losing as well. So they are 8-7.
Yeah, we got the same things going on.
Oh yeah. They keep beating themselves too. Yeah, it's getting bad down there. And Cleveland, they keep winning. They are the 5 at 10-5. The Bills are hanging in at 6 at 9-6. And the Colts still holding on to that spot barely. After losing to the Falcons, nobody else won, so they keep that spot at 8-7. Looking at the 7 teams the way it is right now, if the Kansas City Chiefs played any of these other 6 teams in a playoff game, they will probably only be favored against the Colts.
I don't even think they'd be favored. It would be 1 point half.
And that might that might only be like a 3 or 4 point favorite. It's not going to be big.
That is bad, dude. Like, that is, when you look at it in that perspective, that's bad. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would be the underdog against everybody, even against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's a lot to work on at One Arrowhead Drive this week. Hopefully they get it together because time is winding down quickly.
Somebody said they doing too many commercials. They need to stick to football again. And that Baker Mayfield syndrome, man. Remember he had all the commercials and he had mask? That's what we looking like.
Yeah, the mask.
Hey, every time you turn TV on, you see either Mahomes or Kelce. Maybe we need to stick back. We need to get back to the basics.
Back to basics, indeed. Yeah, this has been definitely. This is year 2 that I've been doing this Chiefs show. This one, this year has been more frustrating than last season for sure. This year has been more frustrating. last year, we had our games that we kind of shook our heads at, but nothing like this season.
Yeah, my head hurts from keep shaking it. I don't even. I'm running out of that. Greg, man. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand. This is not a good territory for us. I don't want to understand it. This is wild, man. I've already paid my dues. When back in the day we was terrible. I don't want to go back to 2-10 and 2. I don't want to do that. But it's giving off those vibes.
Yeah, you don't want to. We have lived through those days, Matt Castle days and Alex Smith days. Yeah.
I mean, the list go on, man. Brody Quarrel, like I could go on and on and on.
Yeah. It's looking very 2016-ish. For those that know, the Chiefs lost that playoff game to the Steelers, and the Steelers only had 6 field goals.
That's the one with Antonio. He was celebrating in the locker room with the phone and everything, right? That was the same year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Brown had the phone in the locker room. Yeah. That was good. We lost 18-16 because team made 6 field goals. We could barely do anything. Kind of feels like that.
Giving that vibe.
Matt Nagy was on the coaching staff too back then. Doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying he was here then too. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors and let everyone enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah. Start your day out with love.
That is Love is Key, guys. We have just wrapped up Christmas, but the holidays are not over. We still have New Year's. We got Valentine's Day. So we're still inside the holiday season. Don't forget to use us for your catering needs. That is loveiskeyKC.com, where you can have any catering requirements that you might be looking for. Also contact us at 816-556-6912. And guys, don't forget to start today without love. Love is key.
Sir, that is the number there on your screen. And for any catering inquiries, just go to loveiskeyKC.com. Also, shout out to Food Factory KC. They had some great looking food on their page yesterday. I looked at that and I got hungry. So the different pans. They got the Rasta pasta with the oxtail and all of that. So, man, it was some good looking food there. So make sure you guys check them out. Make sure you follow their Instagram page, _Food Factory KC. So that you can be updated on their daily specials, when they're going to have their food truck as well, have their pop-up. So make sure you give them a follow. And we thank both Food Factory KC and Love is Key for being sponsors of Red Kingdom. So the season comes down to these last 2 games. Didn't think we'd be saying that. It comes down to these last 2 games. The Chiefs are in a must-win against the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. We will be back with you guys on Saturday. We will preview the matchup with the Cincinnati Bengals and what the Chiefs need to do to get this important victory to keep, this is going to sound weird, to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Nah, that don't sound weird. That sounds like the truth.
That's very true.
That's the truth.
Oh man, from 6-1 to this. So make sure you guys tune in. We'll be here on at 1 p.m. Central Time on Saturday on the ASAP Network Facebook page, ASAP Sports Network YouTube channel as well. Sub to the channel. Even ASAP has it's not Twitter no more, it's called X.
Okay.
So we have X, and we're live on there also. So make sure you guys check us out there as well, and also on Twitch as well. ASAP has a Twitch, so everywhere. If you got a Twitch, you got an X, you got a YouTube.
Hit us up.
You can definitely find us, okay? And we'll be more happier because we're looking forward to another game. All right, another chance. So, the rivals do come into town in Cincinnati. So, looking forward to that game and looking forward to Saturday. For my co-host, Cam, I'm your host, Greg. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see y'all on Saturday. Peace.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information.